back. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Let me get closer to the camera. Because there were so many things in my life that did not make any sense. I could not get a clue. I could not even get a sense of perception. But the Spirit was doing like this. It was kind of like a void, a paradox, an anomaly. You couldn't, but as see, in life, you may not be able to comprehend things, but spiritually, you can become aware of those things. And you can use your awareness, this is good, as a tool to perceive and internalize. So even though there are things that God has put me through, I still cannot really explain. I know the process now. I've been through it enough to, I remember this. Okay? So there is an area that God will desire for you to settle in. There's an area in the same position. See, you think one position, well, I'm just in this position at my job, but that one position consists of the entirety of all the other positions. So you think your manager is in a bigger, higher position? No, they're not. They have to deal with more stress than you, more drama in you. So no. Just because they get more, just because they get more money, they have to spend 20 more hours they're more tired than you because they work more than you. They're more down than you because they got to deal with more stress than you. Are they really richer? Okay. Think about it. So in the position that you're in now, if you never understand the role, ooh, that feels crazy. I feel the electricity of God in my veins. I strike you with it. If you never know the position that connects with every other position, and you don't learn from your managers, you don't learn from higher authority, you don't learn from the people in this department, and you don't learn how to cultivate that in a relationship, not just in the doing of your hands to get money, but in the relationship of your being in the system of the God living inside of you, and then you allow him to be stratospheres of just expression of what's going on, what's occurring, what's happening, what's cultivating, accumulating, and then you see everything in the electricity of God. You have to put everything in the spirit of God. Your money, whatever you want in life, whatever you want to do, I don't care what it is, whatever the word is, education, you know what I'm saying? You get deep in the spirit and you lose sight of all these carnal things, because what you're seeing now is not the reality. What you're seeing in your life now is not the reality. The flesh, the reality of what you're looking at is all spiritual. The reality of everything you're looking at, the true reality of it is spirit. Because it was given from the Spirit and it returns back to the Spirit. It's only in a certain amount of time where you see it in this shape, this form, okay? So you put everything in God's Spirit. I don't care whatever it is you want in your life, whatever. You put everything in the Spirit and you never leave. Your house is there. Your wife is there. God is there. Eternity is there. We always see the next level outside of our spirit, in a location. We turn our GPS systems. Well, I have to go there but no. And so your life is always like this. Never 100% in here. You'll have times where you meditate. You'll have times where you read the Bible verse over and over, for the kingdom of heaven is within. Okay, but you're always outside of that, going here. I got to go here to here. Okay, so every arm in life of finances, of abundance, of power, of wealth, of whatever is inside here. Okay. Now, you have ownership in Christ. You have ownership power. Okay, you have ruler power. You have ruling power. So you have to learn that you have to cultivate a mindset of ruling now, not when you get $1 million. If you can't rule over your $1, you're not going to rule over your $100. You rule and reign over the smallest measures, because if you're faithful in a little bit, you're considered by God. See, your consideration by God, what he tells you in his word, he tells you, a person that does this is like this to me. A person that does this is wise before my eyes. A person that's what you need to esteem, and not what you think, what other people are telling you, what other people are feeding you. Okay? Because what you're eating, you're growing in. Okay? So you eat, you grow, you digest. Okay, and then you eat, and then you grow, and then you digest. Okay, you simplify, you accomplish. The achievement is in the accomplishment, and then you solidify, and then there are certain solitudes that must be open to only a specific degree for a certain number of people. There are openings that only those that have this degree of commitment will be given the privilege to present themselves to. There are certain ascension processes that the wisdom and the knowledge that's yielded to maturity and submitted to Christ, and there's no frame rate of wanting to look good for another person, must be in order for this dimension of the government of heaven to be established upon your life. Now, God has clothed me with greater levels of his presence. So I go into stores now, and I go into my job, and just miracles. It's not even healing miracles. It's miracles of just the presence of God being so tangible that even atheists, even devil worshipers, will start worshiping Jesus. I'm seeing that in my life. And it's going to happen in your life